Okay. So we are going to see about indirect taxes. So indirect tax, Nana. What is called indirect taxes?
So tax that we don't pay directly to the government.
So indirect tax example, Nana.
So GST,
Yes. So GST and custom tax are the example of indirect taxes.
duty,
Yes. So what is the example for direct tax?
income tax.
Yes, which you are paying directly to the government. So when you are paying just for the profit, just what the earning of the profit, you have to pay tax for the government. Yes or no? So what we earn in the financial year. So business run பண்றீங்க, if you are earning a profit of rupees 5 to 10 lakhs. So 5 lakhs நீங்க profit earn பண்றீங்கன்னா, you are supposed to pay tax for the government. Yes or no? So that is you are going to pay directly to the government itself. You are going to deposit the amount directly to the government's account itself. But indirect tax, whether you are going to pay directly to the government or you are going to pay through some other peoples or else like intermediators. How you are going to pay in indirect tax?
So through intermediaries,
Yes. So intermediates example. What are the examples for intermediates? So who
so
are the example?
retailer, wholesaler, manufacturer.
Yes. So they are the examples. Yes or no? So all the examples is because we are going to pay through the intermediates. We are going to purchase goods. If நமக்கு எதனா goods வேணும் அப்படின்னா, we are supposed to go purchase it from the retailer. So we have to purchase through retailer only. Just we can't purchase through the manufacturer or the producer. We can purchase from them only if we have a need of bulk quantity. So bulk quantity வேணும்னா மட்டும்தான் we can get it from them. ஆமா இல்லையா? So apart for the single products and all, they won't give for the consumers directly. So only if you need in a bulk quantity, just go 1,000 pieces, 100 pieces, and they can consider for that. But for single quantity and all, they won't consider. So they are going to just they will tell you to purchase from the wholesaler or the retailer. அதான பண்ணுவாங்க. So that's the thing they have to do. Yes or no? ஆமாவா இல்லையா?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
It says in indirect tax we are going to see about two things. One is GST and second one will be customs act. So GST we are going to see lots and lots of stuffs, which is what I've said last class. So we have to see we are going to see about 13 types. What is the basic concept? Then indirect tax regimes. Then the profit and law, which is the accounts, records and accounts. Then the invoice types, place of supply. So like that we are going to see many stuffs. So நிறைய பார்க்க போறோம் in GST. Same as customs act. Can you answer what is known as customs act? Customs act
So
என்னன்னு தெரியுமா?
customs act is something that we pay for duties importing or exporting.
Yes. Yeah, yes, good. This is where we are going to pay for the taxes. We are going to pay it only at the time of import or export. This is local sales. We are not supposed to pay. Only for the import and exports, you have to pay the customs duty. Best example, ஏதாவது ஒரு மூவி ஜஸ்ட் என்ன மூவி அது? I think அயன் மூவி நினைக்கிறேன். பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So they have to pay the tax and they have to clear the customs. So this is what running this. அதுல என்ன காமிச்சாங்களோ it's the 100% thing which you have to pay. Just we are going to do in the at that period. So customs act brother, we have to pay the taxes for the import as well as exports for the goods which are going to use it. So these are the things we are going to see. So at the end of this class, what are the things we are going to learn is நம்ம பார்க்க போகிற டாபிக் ஆல்ரெடி எக்ஸ்பிளைன்ட் அன்னைக்கு கிளாஸஸ் நம்ம பார்த்தோமா. ஸோ கான்செப்ட் ஆஃப் இன்டைரக்ட் taxes, basic goods and service tax, and concept of supply, time supply and all. So these are things we have discussed last class itself. டாபிக்ஸ் தனியாக சொன்னேன், ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? ஞாபகம் இருக்கா இல்லையா? So what
Yes,
I've
sir.
seen last class. So அதுதான் இதில் இருக்கு. Can you able to find it out? So those are steps are here. Okay. So we'll directly go into the direct taxes. Difference between direct and indirect taxes. So direct tax is the which is we are going to pay directly to the government, where indirect tax we are going to pay through the intermediaries. Amavalia. So this is the main point we are going to learn. So the language is pretty much clear in that. Yes or no? You know that we are going to just
Yes,
income tax
sir.
in Pradesh, you have to pay only when the profit arrives. When loss arrives, you are not supposed to pay tax for the government. If any profit is you are supposed to pay, you are going to pay the tax for the government. If any loss occurs, you are going to pay tax or not. You have to pay or not. No, it's just because we are facing loss. So loss face பண்றதுனா you are not supposed to pay tax for the government. Only at the time of profit. When you're having a profit of rupees 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs at the end of a financial year, you are supposed to pay tax for the government. Amadana. So only if profit arrives, you have to pay tax for the government. So just following are the some of the distinction between direct and indirect taxes. So direct tax, first point, they are mainly on income, wealth, profession, etc. of a persons. So at the time of income, this is when you are earning income. Income in the ways the one dollar is called as income. Amavalya. Whether you are working, whether you are getting a rental income, whether you are getting a commission, or else you are going to be an intermediator, or else whether you are going to be a anything. So இந்த ஒரு vehicles is when your account gets credited, it is called as income. ஆமாதானே?
Yes, sir.
If income arrives, this is income under the best example பார்த்தீங்கன்னா this is your profit. So business people income is profit. For a working people, income means salary. These are two things we are going through. ஆமாதானே?
Yes, sir.
Yes. This is for business people, income is
Profits and
yes.
personal assets.
Yes, those are doing profession. So profession based இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா
Salaries.
yes, so they are going to earn. It's just for the work which they are doing good. So earn பண்றதுக்கு they are paying, which is for the work they are doing. The employer or employer is paying to them. So these are mainly on income. If your income limits exceeds more than the government fixed slab rate, you have to pay tax for the government as per the tax law. So up to 5 lakhs வரைக்கும் you are not supposed to pay any tax. For the profit up to 5 lakhs you are not supposed to pay tax. But if the profit increases, which is more than 5 lakhs மேல போச்சு அப்படின்னா we have a different tax slabs. பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா different tax slabsலாம்?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Senior
For
citizens
five.
different, for ladies different, எல்லாமே மாறும் sir.
Yes, so just for each and every citizen, it's the tax rate will get difference. So senior citizen இருக்கலாம், business people இருக்கலாம், professions இருக்கலாம். So யாருக்கு வேணாலும் just the tax slab gets difference. So 5 lakhs மேல போச்சு, if you are earning a profit of rupees 5 lakhs in a financial year, you are supposed to pay 5% of tax amount to the government. But anyway, if your profit amount exceeds more than 30 lakhs, so 30 lakhs மேல போச்சு அப்படின்னா you have to pay 30% of your profit. So more than 30 lakhs is 1 crore and 2 crore and 3 crores இருக்கலாம், or multiple crores இருக்கலாம், you have to pay 30%. ஆமா தானே? For the income, which is உங்களுக்கு income rise ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா you are supposed to increase your tax slab also. So the income எந்த அளவுக்கு increase ஆகுதோ you will get upgrade to your tax slab, which is government சொல்லிருக்க tax slabல வந்து நீங்க upgrade ஆகிட்டே போயிட்டே இருப்பீங்க. Okay, this is direct tax. When it comes to indirect tax, these are consumption based tax on goods and services. So what is called as consumption?
So we use it, so like what we use for good is eating something, we use for services, for car services or taxi services.
Yes, it's consumption what you are going to use. So you purchase பண்ணுற products, whether you are going to purchase a mobile phone, you are going to consume it, just or else you are going to use it. For laptop purchase பண்ணுறீங்கன்னா you are going to work through it, or else you are going to see something, or you are going to learn it. So either purpose you are going to buy a products. So whether when you are going to buy a products, you are supposed to pay tax. ஆமா தானே?
Yes,
For
sir.
each and every goods we consume or else we are purchased, we are supposed to pay tax. So end consumer, which is we are who's called as end consumer?
Sir?
Us, sir. We are the
Sorry?
consumer.
We are the
Yes.
end consumers. Who's going to fix the maximum retail price?
The producer, sir.
Yes, the producer or the manufacturer will decide the MRP price. Then who will fix the goods tax rates?
Government, sir. Central government and
Yes,
state government.
only central government can fix. So this is just introduced பண்ணும்போது central government gave benefits to the state governments. Like that they can fix their own tax slab and சொல்லிட்டு government tax fixed. But after the amendment, just in amendment 254, they have changed it. They have withdrawn that benefit because each and every state have a so over particular goods every state has a different tax slabs. Let us just சின்னதாக ஒரு மொபைல் ஐஃபோன் வாங்குறீங்க அப்படின்னா just in Chennai the taxes will be 28%, but in Andhra it will be 12%. In Telangana it will be 18%. Like that, they have different multiple taxes for a single goods. So அதனால government has withdrawn that benefit. So 246A la வந்து government gave that benefit. When Article 254 they withdrawn that benefit. So அது வந்து it is not suitable for each and every states. எல்லா ஸ்டேட்டுக்கும் suitable இல்லாதனால they have withdrawn, and they have fixed that central government is going to fix the tax slab and tax rates for the each and every goods. Okay. Then second point, direct taxes. The second point, they are the taxpayers pays directly to the government. So taxpayers pays taxes directly to the government. Namadana.
Yes,
When
sir.
profit arrives, they have to pay taxes directly to the government. When in indirect taxes, taxpayers pays taxes indirectly through intermediaries like importers and suppliers. So we are going to pay through intermediators. Namadana.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
we are going to pay the intermediaries, which is where we are going to purchase the products. If we are going to purchase it from a retailer, we are supposed to pay tax for the retailer. Whether you are going to purchase from a wholesaler, we are supposed to pay taxes to the wholesaler. So wholesaler நீங்க pay பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா wholesaler யார்ட்ட இருந்து வாங்குறாங்களோ he is supposed to pay to them. So in case if the wholesaler gets the products from the producer, he has to pay tax to the producer. Or else in case if he is getting goods from the manufacturer, he has to pay to the manufacturer. So like that, the tax is going to be goes down around. So government direct up over, it's going to go through the intermediaries. So எல்லார் மூலியமா tax is directly going for the government. So number which is we can't pay directly, just end consumer can't pay the tax directly to the government. So we are going to pay through the intermediators.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then third point, direct
Sir?
taxes. Yes.
Sir, some students are waiting in the classroom to enter, sir.
Sorry. Okay. So direct taxes. Direct tax became payable after the benefit or income reaches the taxpayer. So we are supposed to pay tax only at the when we arrive profit. Without arriving a profit, we can't pay tax for the government. In case if a loss occurs, we should not pay tax. Amadana. So that is right or wrong? Only if the profit arrives, we are supposed to pay tax for the government.
Yes,
Until
sir.
the tax limit reaches, the profit limit reaches, we are not supposed to pay tax.
Yes,
So
sir.
we have some exemptions in
Neutral also
income
there's
tax.
no tax.
Sorry.
No, sir. I was
What
saying
is it?
if it was neutral, no game, no loss. Also, you have to pay no tax, sir.
Yes. If any loss occurs, we are not supposed to pay tax, but we can claim the loss in the next year, which is if we arrive profit. So income tax rule la which is we have a benefit, which is in the year if you are facing loss of rupees 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs. So next year if a profit increases, so next year or 10 lakhs profit irukku appadina, we can adjust it to the loss, which is previous year la irundha loss we can compensate. So compensate பண்ணிக்கலாம். Just income tax rule la படிச்சீங்கன்னா you might know. So it is a vast process. So if any loss occurs, we are not supposed to pay tax. So if in case profit arrives, you have to pay tax. Okay. Then next thing, indirect taxes are payable even before the goods or services reaches the taxpayer. We are supposed to pay tax. Just the goods just for before the consumption of goods, we are supposed to pay tax for the government or retailer. So retailer can tax which is and your material. If you are going to purchase a material, just assume that we are going to purchase a laptop. So laptop just for your own use, you are going to purchase it from a retailer. So என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, நீ பே பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி லேப்டாப் கையில கொடுத்துருவாங்களா? Whether you are going to give the laptop before paying to them?
No, sir. After paying to them only, they will give the laptop.
Yes. So it's the best example. Just அதான் இதுல சொல்ல வர points. Just they are trying to say is indirect taxes are payable even before the goods or services reaches the taxpayer. Goods நம்ம கைக்கு வரதுக்கு முன்னாடியே we are supposed to pay tax for the retailer. Yes or no? So indirect taxes are payable even before the goods or services reaches the taxpayer. So before the consumption of goods, before you are going to get the goods in your hand, you are supposed to pay tax for the retailer. Okay. Then fourth point, income tax and corporation tax are the main sources of the direct tax. So income tax, you know, can anyone say what is corporation tax?
Tax paid by the
Sir, some persons are waiting, sir. Can you?
No, I can't able to see the screen here, so I was. If anyone will just inform me, no.
Okay, sir.
So, tell me the example of corporation tax. For what purpose we are going to pay corporation tax?
So corporation tax is also known as company tax. These taxes are paid by companies, big companies and corporations.
This companies, which is the landlords has to pay tax for the government. This is can I just do you know about the land tax? Land tax now we have to pay.
Yes, sir.
We are supposed to pay land tax for the government. Land tax இருக்கும், property tax இருக்கும், corporation tax, which is corporation tax for the consumption of water, metro water, as well as for the land. For these things you are supposed to pay. So இதுக்கெல்லாம் நீங்க pay பண்ணியே ஆகணும் உங்களுக்கு. So government main source வந்து the corporation tax it is not a single thing. There's a multiple things like what is it versus water tax, then your property tax. So we have this like land tax இதெல்லாம் வந்து just property tax and land tax ஒன்று தான் தெரிஞ்சு. So அது வந்து சில பேர் landlords வந்து they are going to pay it, which is in case there are two owners in a landlord they have to pay two taxes. So அந்த மாதிரி கான்செப்ட் தான் அது. Okay, income tax and corporation tax are the main source of the direct tax. But in indirect tax, what are the main sources?
So it's GST and customs.
Yes. So it's just government income or the GST as well as customs. So customs and GST are the major indirect taxes in India. Okay, it's customs. So custom duty we have to pay at the time of import or export. So maximum now nowadays we are getting goods through imports and exports. So now outside of the country only we are going purchasing lots and lots of things. பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும் உங்களுக்கு just maximum whether it is எந்த goods இருந்தாலும் it is made from China or Japan or US or like that they are using it is we are consuming goods from other countries not in own our country. So customs and GST are the major indirect taxes. So we have to pay before consumption of goods you are supposed to pay tax for the government. ஆமாதானே? So goods and கைக்கு வரதுக்கு முன்னாடி you are supposed to pay tax. Without paying tax we can't consume the goods.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the last point of the direct tax. Individuals and HUF firms and companies are the taxpayers. So individuals under there, who's called as individuals?
Single person, sir.
Yes, we are the individuals. Who HUF? What is the full form for HUF?
Hindu,
Joint Hindu family, sir. Hindu family act, sir.
Hindu undivided
undivided.
Okay, good. So who's called as Karta here? Who is the head of the HUF family? Who will be the
Sir, who is the younger? Who is the elder one? Is the head of the family, sir.
Yes, the name.
Karta, sir.
Yes, good. So Karta is the head of the family, which is he is going to. What is the worker? What he will do?
He will manage the business, do all these things that he is signing about.
He is the person who is going to manage each and every business in the firm. So HUF family நடக்கிற எல்லா businessக்கு வந்து he is the owner and he has to do everything. So each and everything which they are doing, எத்தனை business பண்ணாலும் he is the owner. So he is the managing. So he is the manager. So he has to do the each and everything what the workers has to do. The HUF for the head under the Karta. So he is the responsible for each and every activities we are doing, which is they are doing. Then firms and companies are the taxpayers. So firms and companies nana.
So firms now it will be like small firms also, sir. But small firm and medium scale firms also, sir. Companies are large scale multinational companies, sir.
Firms into just your public limited companies or public limited or private limited. So சின்ன companies public இருக்கலாம் private இருக்கலாம் but firms என்றது whether they are just a group of persons forming into a business. So the franchise yes partnership like they can do a franchise business which is ஏதோ ஒரு dealers ஓட franchise எடுத்து பண்ணலாம். So firm which is government's or main income occurs only at the time of which is direct tax income வருது which is government போகுது அப்படின்னா it is only through companies. So companies and firms இருந்தா government is earning huge number of profit. Just அவங்களுக்கு தான் tax அதிகமா போகுது அவங்களுக்கு. So from them, so only they are paying taxes. So they have to pay because they have to file their income tax returns. Without filing the income tax returns, they can't do anything. Just ஏன்னா இப்போ இண்டிவிஜுவல்ஸாக இருந்தாலும் சரி, இண்டிவிஜுவல்ஸ் வந்து they can file it. வேணும்னா ஃபைல் பண்ணலாம், இல்லைனா இல்லை. But firms, companies and HUF, they have to file the returns deliberately. Just without filing the returns, they can't do any business. So just for each and every year, they will be holding a current account. So when we are holding a current account, we are supposed to file our returns. So income tax returns, we file பண்ணி ஆகணும். It's just when you are failing to file our returns, we can't do anything. So once some returns file பண்ணல அப்படின்னா, just current account வச்சிருந்தாங்க, every banks will ask the bank stages or income tax statement. So once the due date exceeds, so September 30 due date கொடுத்திருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா, once the due date exceeds, the government will tell you, asking us the PCB audit report, like that they will be asking. So tax audit கொடுங்க or else balance sheet கொடுங்கன்னு says they will be asking. So assumption of balance sheet அது கொடுங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு they will be asking. Everyone will asking that. So each and every bank, so current account வச்சிருந்தீங்க அப்படின்னா you might know. Okay, இதுதான் direct tax. But indirect tax, so what I said, so last question I said, end consumer of the goods and services bear the final burden of tax. So who will be the end consumer here?
So we, sir.
Yes, we are the end consumer. We are supposed to pay tax for the each and every goods, whether we are having a GST number or not. We are supposed to pay tax. Yes or no? So government is imposing us to pay the tax.
Yes, sir.
Namava.
Sir,
So they are, yes.
classக்குள்ள வெயிட் பண்றாங்க சார்.
Okay. Yes, no one is here, ma. இப்பதான் வராங்க. Okay. So government is imposing us to pay the tax. So end consumer of the goods and service bear the final burden of tax. We are supposed to pay tax for each and every, whether we are a registered dealer or unregistered dealer. So நம்ம கிட்ட வச்சு நம்ம இருக்கு இல்ல, but we have to pay tax for each and every goods. Okay. So we are the end consumer. We are supposed to pay tax. So நம்ம tax pay பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும் for each and every goods. So எந்த goods are இருக்கட்டும், senses நீங்க ஒரு 10, which is from the starting of 10 till the maximum limit. So 1 crore, 3 crores, 5 crores, 7 crores, 12, 13 crores, எந்த ஒரு goods are எடுத்துக்கிட்டாலும் you have to pay. So highest number of vehicle or luxurious products வாங்குறீங்க அப்படின்னா, it is almost 13 crores. அவ்வளவுதான். From 1 to 13 crores is the highest goods you are going to purchase. So நீங்க 10 ரூபாய்க்கு வாங்கினா you are supposed to pay tax. If you are going to purchase for 13 crores also, you have to pay tax. So taxes plays a major role here. Okay. So who's getting benefit in GST? So any reason government has imposed, government has taken
Sir,
a GST here.
we can reclaim the GST, sir. If we want to, we can reclaim the GST also, sir.
Yes, if we have a registered number, if we have registered as a registered dealer in a GST, we can claim. So without registering as a dealer, we can't claim our tax what we are paying. So only if we have a registered dealer, we are supposed to claim. So I get the answer பண்ணுங்க. Who's getting benefit in GST and why government has introduced GST in India?
Sir, GST for consumer also benefit ஆவாங்க. இது sir.
How consumers
Sir,
are getting benefit here?
Sir, producer எப்படின்னா எல்லா இடத்துலயும் ஒரே GST சரி. So he was moving places, sir. But for example, in
Voice break ஆகுதுடா. I can't able to get it clearly.
production unit
Break ஆகுது எனக்கு.
Sorry, now you can hear me, sir?
நான் இருக்கேன்டா. Yes.
அது வந்து என்ன, if production unit வந்து இப்போ ஹரியானால இருக்கு சார்.
Okay.
ஆனா வந்து சர்வீஸ் ப்ராடக்ட் தமிழ்நாடு ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர். இப்போ அங்க ஒரு பர்சன்டேஜ் டேக்ஸ், இங்க ஒரு பர்சன்டேஜ் டேக்ஸ் டிஃபரெண்ட்.
For each every goods the taxes are the same, you know.
இல்ல சார்,
the taxes are okay.
GST முன்னாடி சொல்றேன் சார்.
Okay.
அதனால இப்ப அங்க ஒரு டாக்ஸ், இங்க ஒரு டாக்ஸ் மாதிரி அவனுக்கு டிஃபரெண்ட் வேல்யூஸ்ல டிஃபரெண்ட் ஆகும்போது ஈஸ்ட் மெயின்டைன் மெனி அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் அதெல்லாம் பண்றாங்க. இப்ப ஜிஎஸ்டி வந்ததால எல்லாம் சேம் டாக்ஸ் ரேட் சேம் அமௌண்ட் அட் வெரி சீப் காஸ்ட். இப்ப வேற டாக்ஸ் பே பண்ண அவங்க டியூட்டி வராது, ஒரே பர்சன்டேஜ் ஆஃப் டாக்ஸ் தான் பே பண்ண இருக்கும்.
Okay.
இப்ப கன்சியூமர்ஸ்க்கு எப்படின்னா சார், வேட்டால the product rate was double sir. இப்போ வந்து for example the VAT percentage வந்து எல்லாத்துக்கும் கொஞ்சம் கம்மி கொஞ்சம் அதிகம் இருக்கனால the percentage of the price was double sir. But now everywhere the price is equal sir. So
Okay.
everyone is getting equal.
So who's getting benefit?
Both sir, producer and consumer, that only I'm saying sir. Both are getting benefits
So the consumer won't get benefit. How consumer can get benefit here?
No sir, tax benefit வரதா உனக்கு this sir GST like reclaim பண்ற benefit கூட கிடைக்கும் sir.
Reclaim பண்ண benefit consumer ன்றது those who have does not have a GST number is called as consumer. Those who have a GST number is called as a retailer or else it is a B2B transaction, business to business transaction. So consumer ன்றது he can't get the tax. So அவன் pay பண்ண tax he can't able to claim unless if he has a GST.
அதான் சொல்றேன் B2B business பண்ணாதான் உங்களுக்கு tax reclaim chances இருக்கு sir. அதான் சொல்றேன்.
So those having a GST number it is a good. But I need a clear example. Just யார் இதுல benefit ஆகுறா? Who's getting benefit here? It cannot be both the ends. Both ends does not have a getting benefits. So ரெண்டு சைடுலயுமே benefit கிடைக்கவே கிடைக்காது. Anyone can get benefit. Who and why?
Seller.
Sorry?
Seller.
Seller. தப்பு.
Consumer தான் sir last benefit ஆறாரு.
How?
So because the GST with the GST and all his tax rate is same and he's getting product for more cheaper rate than VAT and he doesn't have to worry about higher price rating. So everything is directly hit to the consumer.
இல்ல. நீங்க just what the points you are saying is correct but that's not the answer. நீங்க சொல்றது எல்லாமே just it is adaptable. So government is getting benefit. So government is the only one who's getting benefit because they are going to get taxes from both the ends, from the producer as well as from the retailer. Just producer வந்து கிடைக்கும் as well as wholesaler, retailer as well as the end consumer. So producer will sell it to the wholesaler in a just let us assume the cost of a goods is 1 lakh. It is getting to the end consumer. End consumer வரும்போது the cost is 1 lakh. The producer will give it to the wholesaler for what amount? என்ன அமௌண்ட்டுக்கு ப்ரொடியூசர் வந்து ஹோல்சேலர் கொடுப்பாங்க
40,000 50k ஆடும் sir.
So it's 50k. Just with profit, yes, you are going to pay for wholesale. Just with profit, is going to sell it to the wholesaler for 50,000. Okay. So இதுல just from producer to the or just some part of profit amount and as a tax is going for the government. ஆமாவா? So 30,000 plus tax is what it is. Let us assume that 30,000 plus tax will be 40,000. So 10,000 government tax போதா from the producer.
Yes sir.
So இப்போ wholesaler வந்து retailer ஒரு amount கொடுப்பாங்களா?
ஆமா sir.
So அதுல ஒரு tax amount போதா government from the retailer to the end consumer since we are paying tax. So government is getting from the three sides. So for each and every goods government is getting lots and lots of tax benefits. So அதனால the economy is running clearly. So in GST introduce எந்த ரீசன்ல GST introduce பண்ணாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? For what reason government has introduced GST in India?
Sir?
For what reason government has introduced GST in India?
They'll get more
uniform tax rate.
Yes. So the government has been getting different tax rates from for each goods. ஒரு ஸ்டேட்ல இருந்து ஒரு tax கிடைக்குது. This let us assume that we are going to purchase a mini water bottle or something. ஏதோ ஒரு gadgets நீங்க purchase பண்றீங்க. In Chennai it will be in Tamil Nadu the tax rate will be 12% before VAT period. So இது ஆந்திராத்துல என்ன 18% to 16% ஏதோ ஒன்று இருக்க போகுது. But when GST arrives in India, so each and every government, each and every state has its own tax rates. Amava,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
can you get it?
Sir.
So each and every state is எல்லா ஸ்டேட்ல வந்து இப்போ ஒரே tax impose ஆகுது. So அதே at the same time central government is getting double tax benefits from each state. எல்லா ஸ்டேட்ல வந்து they are getting double tax benefits. So for intrastate, what is called as intrastate?
Between two states, sir.
Hey, the interstate. Intrastate is within the state.
Within the state.
Yes, intrastate means within the state. Interstate means other state. So when you are making a intrastate sale, the tax have to be split into two: central government and state government equally. Yes or no? I've done tax break, no?
Yes, sir.
So this
No,
sorry.
அப்படிதான் சார் நினைக்கிறேன், ஐடியா இல்ல சார்.
Yes, அதுதான். This we have to split the tax for intrastate sale. We have to make a split the tax into two. Invoice எதுவுமே பார்த்தது இல்லையா நீ?
இல்ல சார்.
எந்த பர்ச்சேஸ்மே பண்ணது இல்லையா இது வரைக்கும்?
இல்ல
எந்த
சார்.
ஒரு goods வாங்கினது இல்லையா? அடா பாவி.
Goods
Gadgets. Goods வாங்கினாலும் it's just where they are. You have to see the invoice now. So invoice பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா you will get you can easily find it out what you are doing. So invoice it's just easier தெரிஞ்சிடும் what your goods you have purchased or what the goods you have been using. Invoice I'll be having, I guess. ஒரே நிமிஷம் invoice நான் பார்க்கிறேன்.
சார் இன்வாய்ஸ்னா பில்லு மாதிரியா சார்?
Tax invoice ரா?
அதான் பில் தானே டாக்ஸ் இன்வாய்ஸ், அதானே சொல்றேன். அமேசான்ல வாங்க போற இன்வாய்ஸ் வராது, ஒரு ஸ்லிப் உனக்கு.
எங்க இருந்து வாங்கினாலும் you have to receive your tax invoice.
இல்ல சார், எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்றேன் சார்.
அதான் சொல்றேன். Just without tax invoice you can't do anything. Just tax invoice இல்லாம இப்ப எதுவுமே இல்லை. எந்த business without tax invoice they are not issuing any goods. So maximum chinna normal retailers it has registered in GST and he is doing a B2B transactions because he needs to get benefit. So pay பண்ண tax on the government just he can't give it easily. He has to he needs to collect the tax it from the government itself. So pay பண்ண tax எனக்கு திரும்பி வேணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு he has registered and he is doing it. Okay. So நிறைய இருக்கு for each and every goods. Just for intrastate itself we have to split the tax into two. For central government if you are getting a goods of 18% tax goods வந்து நீங்க purchase பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா you have to do. For intrastate sales, you have to split the tax into two and you have to pay. For interstate sales, we are going to pay directly to the two as IGST. So IGST நம்ம pay பண்ணிடுவோம். So how much types of taxes we are pay using in India? The tax எப்படிலாம் split பண்ணலாம்?
சர்வீஸ் டாக்ஸ் ஸ்பிட் பண்ணலாம், குட்ஸ் டாக்ஸ்.
இல்ல. I said asking about the taxes.
சார் 2 தான் சார் நினைக்கிறேன்.
Hey.
டைரக்ட் டாக்ஸ், இன்டைரக்ட் தான்.
Sorry?
அது வந்து டூ சார், டைரக்ட் அண்ட் இன்டைரக்ட் டாக்ஸ்.
Hey.
இல்ல இது புரியல சார்.
இப்போ கூட சொல்லிட்டீங்களா? அதானே சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன். We have to, it is for intrastate sale what we have to do.
Sir?
For intrastate sale what we have to do.
Government, central government, state government, sir.
So how we are going to pay tax? Like CGST, SGST, IGST and UTGST. So these are the four taxes we have to use. Amadana.
Yes sir.
CGST stands for Central Goods and Service Tax. SGST stands for State Goods and Service Tax, and IGST stands for Integrated Goods and Service Tax, and UTGST stands for Union Territories Goods and Service Tax. So these are the taxes we have been using in India. So இத மட்டும் தான் நாம யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். நாம அத இதானே யூஸ் பண்ணி ஆகணும். You are supposed to use it. Yes or no?
Sir.
Sorry?
Yes sir.
Yes, we have to use these type of taxes. So இது மட்டும் தான் நமக்கு we are using compactly. So வேற எதுவுமே கிடையாது. Okay?
Okay sir.
So can you able to understand this? So புரிஞ்சுதா?
Yes sir.
Yes.
Okay. Any doubts? Any doubts?
Yes sir.
Any doubts? வேற டவுட்ஸ் இருக்கா?
கேட்டாரு.
சாரி?
இல்ல சார், அவன் எஸ் சார்னு சொன்னால சார் டவுட்ஸ் காது.
ஓகே. அதான் என்ன டவுட்ஸ்னு கேட்டேன். அவரோட புரிஞ்சதுக்கு எஸ் சொன்னாதான் தெரியல. யாருக்கா டவுட்ஸ் இல்லல?
No sir.
நோ சார்.
ஓகே, அப்ப நோட் பண்ணிக்கிறீங்களா?
சார் நான் நவுஸ் இல்லன்னு சொன்னேன், எஸ் சொன்னேன்.
ஓகே 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 ஓகேடா, புரிஞ்சுதுடா. ஓகே. So note it down, no?
Yeah sir, noted down sir.
Others? Others, have you noted it?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Okay. Can I move to the next topic?
Yes sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Second thing you have to do is what we are going to say is previous indirect tax regime. So regime, what is the meaning of regime?
So it's what's it?
Regime, what is the meaning of regime?
No idea, sir.
So the
regime
layout,
sorry?
layout, sir.
Regime means rule. So what are the taxes we have been using before? So previous indirect tax rule. So regime we know name the rule. So what are the taxes we have been using before? So VAT penal order I've been using before. So அதான் வந்து we are going to say it here. So that is just we are having for using four types. So first பார்த்தீங்கன்னா tax, then tax law, taxable event, and tax collection authority. So tax. This first thing will be customs duty. So customs duty எப்போ introduce பண்ணாங்கன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா in the year 1962. So as a Customs Act 1962, I will still be having using the same law. So custom duty இருக்கிறதுக்கு we are using the same law. So custom duty, the tax will be Customs Act 1962. So for what reason they have introduced? So எதுக்காக அதை introduce பண்ணான்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா taxable event will be import or export. The taxable event will be import or export. So tax on the custom duty, this tax law on the Customs Act 1962, and the taxable event will be import or export. So who is it? Who will be tax collection authority in Patina? Central government. For import and export, central government will be the tax collecting authority. So they are supposed to collect the tax. So not the state governments. So ella central judges, ella customs office or இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா central government will be the handling. So central government தான் power of authority இருக்கும். ஆமா தானே? So they have to be. So they are the customs duties authorities. So customs act law புதுசாக கொண்டு வந்தது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த இயர் 1960. இதெல்லாம் வந்து it will be a MCQ questions in your exams. So I guess you might know that we will be having assessment after the completion of this class. Are you aware of it?
When sir we do have assessment, we don't know the dates, sir, but we'll have assessment or we don't know.
Okay, you will be having after the completion of the classes. So once the classes gets over, I think around 16 or 17 classes might get over. So after that, after 1 or 2 days, you will be having your assessments. So after the completion of class, you will be having your assessments. You have to write it. So it will be MCQ based questions. So around 50s or 50 or 75 questions will be there. And copy again and saying you can't, because each individual will have a individual question paper.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
ஸோ அதே நான் முன்னாடியே சொல்லிடுறேன். ஸோ அந்த டைமில் வந்து எதுவும் இது பண்ணிக்கூடாது. ஸோ ட்ரை டு லேர்ன். ஸோ ரொம்ப ஈஸியாக தான் சொல்லிட்டு நான் கோயிங் டு டேம் ஸ்லோ ஐ கெஸ். நான் ரொம்ப ஸ்லோவாக தான் போயிட்டுருக்கேன், எனக்கே தெரியுது. ஸோ உங்களுக்கு அது ஓகேனா ஒரு சையா டு ரஷ் இட் அப். இதே ஓகேவா? ஒரு சையா டு ரஷ் அப்.
சார் இதே ஓகே சார்.
இதே ஓகேவா? ஓகே. இதே ஓகே, ஜஸ்ட் யூ மைட் புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. ஜஸ்ட் யூ மைட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் இட். யூ கேன் ஈஸிலி ஏபிள் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் த டாபிக், ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி டாபிக்ஸ். Okay. And next thing, central excise. So central excise duty. So central excise duty எந்த purpose-காக government எந்த purpose-காக they have been introduced in India? What purposes? Any ideas?
No sir.
So it is event is occurs only at the time of manufacture or productions. So the manufacturers and production units have to get the goods from different variation of the states or else different variation of the countries. So for making a goods, just another concept for now. For getting a laptop, is for making a laptop. For making a laptop, we have to just probably we'll be using around 65 to 70 types of things in a laptop. So you have to make. So screen or display or then keyboards, then keys, the power buttons, chargers, then outside, inside bodies, the motherboards, hard disks. They have to get it from different persons. So they have to get the goods from different persons. So on the reason government has centralized for them. So in the concept they have to get different goods from different person. So government has made that just whether you get the goods collect from what persons or what states you are going to collect the goods, you are going to pay a single tax. So manufacturing and production பண்றவங்களுக்கு they won't have a custom duty or excise duty. So they are going to pay only central excise duty. So ஸோ அவங்க வந்து சிங்கிள் டேக்ஸாக பே பண்ணுறோம். ஸோ சிங்கிள் டேக்ஸ்னும் போது பிகாஸ் தே ஆர் கோயிங் டு கெட் இட் ஃப்ரம் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் வேரியேஷன்ஸ் ஆஃப் அ கண்ட்ரி. ஸோ எந்த கண்ட்ரிலேருந்து வரணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவங்களுக்கு தான் தெரியும். ஸோ ஈவன் நோ ஒன் நோஸ். ஸோ ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் ஒரு கூட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஒரு ஸ்டப்ஸ் they are getting from different states or different countries. So and different countries then வரும்போது they have to pay different taxes for as per the countries slabs. இப்போ யூஎஸ்ல வந்து ஜிஎஸ்டி இருக்கலாம், ஆர் எல்ஸ் வேற எதனா ஸ்டேட் ஜிஎஸ்டி இல்லாமல் வேற கண்ட்ரில வந்து ஜிஎஸ்டி இல்லாமல் இருக்கலாம். ஸோ ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி கண்ட்ரி ஷுட் ஹேவ் ஜிஎஸ்டி நம்பர்னு சொல்லிட்டு we have no rule. அந்த மாதிரி ரூலே கிடையாது நமக்கு. ஆமா தானே? whether we have a rule that each and every country should have the GST number னு சொல்லிட்டு GST rule, it depends upon the country's economy or its country's government. எல்லா ஸ்டேட்டும் வச்சிருவாங்க, எல்லா கண்ட்ரியும் வச்சிருவான்னு கேட்டால் கிடையவே கிடையாது. It's up to them. So whether if they need, they can introduce, or else they can, just they won't. So central executive just basically they are gives manufacturers as well as production. It's only these two peoples. இவங்க ரெண்டு பேருக்கு தான் பெனிஃபிட்ஸ். அந்த கொண்டு வந்ததே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஜஸ்ட் இந்த ரூல் இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணதுக்கான மெயின் ரீசன் அந்த ஒரு ஜஸ்ட் ஃபார் த போத் அவங்க ரெண்டு பேரால தான். பிகாஸ் தே ஆர் தி கண்ட்ரிஸ் பேக் போன்ஸ். மேக்ஸிமம் த மேனுஃபேக்சரர்ஸ் அண்ட் ப்ரொடக்ஷன் யூனிட்ஸ் ஆர் தி பேக் போன்ஸ். பிகாஸ் இட்ஸ் அவங்களோட ப்ராஃபிட், அவங்களோட பிஸ்னஸ் டீல்ஸ் தான் கண்ட்ரிஸ் மேஜர் எக்கானமி லைஸ் அப்போம். ஆமா தானே? ஸோ கண்ட்ரிஸோட மேஜர் எக்கானமி எதில் ஐயாயிருக்குன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா த்ரூ பிஸ்னஸ் பீப்புள் ஒன்லி. ஸோ ஐ கெஸ் யூ மைட் நோ தட். ஸோ கண்ட்ரிஸ் மெயின் எக்கானமி டிபெண்ட்ஸ் அப்பான் தி பிஸ்னஸ் பீப்புள். ஸோ தோஸ் மேனுஃபேக்சர் as well as ப்ரொடக்ஷன், இது ரெண்டு பண்ணுறவங்க தான் மேக்ஸிமம் லைஸ் அப்ஸ். கவர்மெண்ட் இஸ் டிபெண்ட்ஸ் அப்பான் தேம். ஸோ இன்கேஸ் அவங்க கூட்ஸ் எதனா கம்பெனி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னா இட் மேக்ஸ் கவர்மெண்ட்ஸ் லாஸ், விச் இஸ் கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு சம்திங் ஏதோ ஒரு வேலை த லாஸ் கோயிங் டு அக்கர். Okay, so the tax name will be central excise tax law will be centralized excess tax in the introduced in the year 1944. Okay, so taxable event pathina manufacturer or production, then tax collecting authority will be the same central government only. Then central sales tax, so எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும் நினைக்கிறேன். So central sales tax na enna?
So sales or tax?
Sorry? Sales tax and GST tax one. This is before VAT period. The before VAT period. So the central sales tax introduced in the year 1956. So taxable event pathina interstate sale. So tax collection authority each states. So each state has the taxes. This எல்லா ஸ்டேட்லயுமே வந்து interstate sale நடக்கும். Yes or no?
Yes sir.
அப்போ வந்து ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட் கலெக்ட் பண்ணா இப்போ who's collecting the interstate sale tax amount as what?
GST ன்னு சொல்லி சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் இது பண்றாங்க.
IGST.
Yes sir.
IGST சொல்லிட்டு சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் is collecting on behalf of the state government. Okay, then service tax. So service tax எதுக்கு introduce பண்ணிருப்பாங்க? For what purpose service tax has been introduced? என்ன ரீசன்காக introduce பண்ணிருப்பாங்க?
Sir, இந்த மாதிரி
service based example, what are the examples for service based?
So hotel,
Vara?
so Ola, Uber அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது.
So எந்த based ஆன just whether it can be a என்ன சொல்றது கமிஷன் ஏஜென்ட் இருக்கலாம்,
Yes sir.
brokerage இருக்கலாம், incentives இருக்கலாம், என்ன வேணாலும் it can be anything. Next example சொல்லணும்னா for goods as well as services சேர்த்து கலெக்ட் பண்றாங்கன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எந்த ஒரு வேரியன்ட்ல goods and services சேர்த்து கலெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க? எந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி சைட்ல?
Swiggy, Zomato.
Yes, Swiggy, Zomato, then restaurants. The restaurants வந்து maximum for the service which they are doing. So கொடுக்குற service தான் they are supposed to pay tax. So Swiggy, Zomato, then Flipkart, Amazon, delivery partners எல்லாமே வந்து for goods and services you have to pay. So Amazon other products purchase பண்றீங்கன்னா you are supposed to pay for the goods as well as for the delivery charges. அதே மாதிரி Swiggy, if you are going to get products which is if you are going to consume any foods, you are supposed to pay goods, which is goods going to pay பண்ணுவீங்க as well as for the service also you are going to pay. ஆமா தானே? Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Yes. So service tax has been introduced in the year 1994 for the taxable service event. So for the service which they are doing, the service பண்றதுக்கு எல்லாமே they are supposed to pay. So tax collection authority will be the same central government. Okay. Then final thing will be VAT. So VAT or full form, can anyone say full form for the VAT?
Value added tax.
Value added tax.
Yes, value added tax, which is it will be collected from each state. So tax law pathina state VAT tax, and taxable event will be sale within the state. So within the state sales பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா யார் tax collect பண்ணுவா?
State government.
State government, which is when we are making interest, so same intrastate sale பண்ணும்போது nowadays we have to split the tax into two for central government as well as state government. But when the which is VAT period la பண்ணும்போது when we are making intrastate sale within the state means this the tax is only collected from the state government. So state government மட்டும் தான் they are supposed to collect the tax. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any doubts here?
No, sir. No, sir.
That's not a doubt.
Sir, ஒரே ஒரு doubt, sir. இந்த state VAT tax actல அந்த இயர் மட்டும் என்னது, sir?
எதுரா? 1956.
1956. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
So central sales tax VAT period ஒன்னு தான். So central state tax and VAT state VAT tax ரெண்டுமே ஒன்னு தான். This ரெண்டுமே same. This they have introduced in the same year.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next thing, just Constitution Amendment Act 2016. So what is called as amendment? So can anyone say about the amendment? So amendment na?
Changes, sir.
Yes, if you are making any changes, if you have any changes in the law, if you are making any changes in the law, it is called as amendment. So same law la என்ன different changes பண்றாங்க அப்படினா you are supposed to change the amendment. So amendment is changes. If you are having any changes in the law, just ஒரே law la எதனா change பண்ணுங்க, additional எதனா change பண்றாங்க, just if you are adding anything next to it. Okay, so in article 2, which is what I've said before, in article 246 I've said a reason. So for what purposes they have been using it.
GST, sir.
என்ன ரீசன்காக?
Introduction of GST, sir.
Sir, VAT அதெல்லாம் தூக்கினதுக்கு அப்புறம்
in article 246 say government has given two benefits for the state governments. Benefits on ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? What is the benefit I have said? This is not கொஞ்ச நேரத்துக்கு முன்னாடி சொன்னேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Article 246 and Article 254.
Sir, state tax state government tax.
வாய்ஸ் ரொம்ப பிரேக் ஆகுது. அங்க நீ பேசுறது ஒன்னு ஸ்டேட் மட்டும் தான் கேக்குது. In article 246 வந்து central government gave benefits for the states, just two benefits for the state governments. So ரெண்டு benefit கொடுத்திருந்தாங்க state governmentக்கு. So what are they அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, each state can fix their own tax rates for each and every goods. So எல்லா goodsக்குமே வந்து central government can have state government can fix their own tax rates. இது first benefit. And second benefit was if any loss occurs in the financial year. So government tax collection la edana loss occurs ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா the state government, the central government will compensate it. Okay, so central government have give two benefits for the state government because எந்த எதுக்காக அதை கொடுத்தாங்கன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, so it is எந்த ஸ்டேட்மே வந்து they does not accept the GST. So GST introduce பண்றதுக்கு எந்த ஸ்டேட்மே வந்து they have not accepted. ஸோ அதனால சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்டார்டட் டு கிவ் பெனிஃபிட்ஸ். ஸோ எனக்கு பெனிஃபிட்ஸ் கொடுத்தா மட்டும்தான் ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணுவான்ற ரூலுக்காக they give the benefits, which is those two benefits. So first thing பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் கேன் ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட் கேன் ஃபிக்ஸ் their own tax rates for each and every goods they use. ஸோ எல்லா கூட்ஸுக்கும் வந்து they can fix their own tax rates. அதே மாதிரி which is if any loss occurs in collecting the taxes, இதெல்லாம் லாஸ் அக்கர்ஸ் ஆச்சு which is இந்த இயர்ல வந்து ஒரு 900 crores டாக்ஸ் வந்து கவர்மெண்ட் வந்து கலெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கும். கன்சியூமர்ஸ் ஆர் பிசினஸ் பீப்புள் வந்து கவர்மெண்ட் ஹாஸ் பீன் ஏர்ன். ஸோ அந்த அமௌண்ட் அவங்களுக்கு வந்திருக்கும். இதுவே ஆஃப்டர் இன்ட்ரடக்ஷன் ஆஃப் ஜிஎஸ்டி, ஜிஎஸ்டி இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் அந்த 900 crores மேபி இட் கேன் ரெடியூஸ் டு 450 crores or 500 crores. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி கம்மியாச்சு அப்படின்னா விச் இஸ் தி கவர்மெண்ட் வில் காம்பன்சேட் தி லாஸ். ஸோ ஜிஎஸ்டி கவுன்சில்னு ஒன்று ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுவாங்க. Does anyone knows about it?
No, sir.
Just government will form each year. Government has to form 2 or 3 GST councils to discuss about those benefits. In the மாதிரி இருக்கிற நிறைய if any disadvantages state governments are feeling. So state government ஆல the handle பண்ண முடியல, they are facing issues and the time they have to do those things. இதெல்லாம் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணி they have to do some changes. if எதனா changes வேணும்னா they have to pass an approval. ஸோ அந்த ஆக்டை வந்து சேஞ்ச் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங் நான் சொல்கிறேன் பாருங்க. now withstanding anything contained Article 246 and Article 254, Parliament and subject to clause the legislation of every state. So what is called as legislature?
The laws,
Sorry?
the law, the rules, regulations.
Yes. So law of every state. The legislation of every state have the power to make laws with respect to goods and service tax imposed by the union or such state. So each and every state can fix their own tax rates for every goods. Each goods, எந்த goods என்ன tax rate வேணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு every state government can fix it. இது first benefit in Article 246. So நான் ஆர்டிகல் திரும்பி சொல்றேன். just ஆர்டிகல் இதெல்லாம் வந்து it's going to play a major role in GST. அதே உங்க எக்ஸாம்ஸ்ல it's going to play a major role. ஸோ அதெல்லாம் அத்தனை வாட்டி திரும்பி சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன். Okay, in Article 246, central government gave benefits to the state governments, like each state can fix their own tax rates for every goods. For each and every goods they are using or they are purchasing, or else அவங்க எந்த goods handle பண்ணாலுமே they can fix. So இது வந்து Article 246, and if any loss occurs, central government will compensate the loss for the state governments. இது Article 246 ல central government கொடுத்த benefits. In Article 254 they withdrawn one benefit. So எந்த benefit withdraw பண்ணாங்கன்னு சொன்னா? So which benefit they have got withdrawn?
So that they can't fix each state can't fix the tax rate the same.
Yes. So central government have withdrawn that benefit. For what reason they have been withdrawn? So the reason they have got withdrawn it.
Sir, because there is no equal tax rates in every.
இப்போ சிம்பிள் ஒரு கான்செப்ட் எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா, ஒரு பென்ட்ரைவ் பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணுறீங்க. ஸோ இப்போ பர்ச்சேசிங் பென்ட்ரைவ் மீன்ஸ் தமிழ்நாடு மீன்ஸ் the tax will be 12%. இதுவே நீங்கள் போயிட்டு ஆந்திராவில் கர்நாடகாவில் பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா it will be 18%, or it can be below that 5% கூட இருக்கலாம். It's up to them. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி different states and different taxes வந்து சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் கலெக்ட் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கும் போது சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் can't have those notes. So they can't able to do since they can't able to find the accounts clearly. So they have been facing lots and lots of issues here, எக்கச்சக்கமான issues. So randomly they are facing different major issues they have been facing in that. So அதனால என்ன பண்ணிட்டாங்க அப்படின்னா they are changed. So they have withdrawn that benefit. So and the withdraw benefits withdraw பண்ணிட்டு since central government is going to fix the same tax. So அதனால தான் one market, one tax, one nation, one market. இப்போ நான் சொன்னது ஜிஎஸ்டியோட what concept they are GST has introduced in India?
Uniform tax rates.
Yes, to make a uniform tax rate. So அதனால என்ன பண்ண 246ல கொடுத்த benefits they are withdrawn. So withdraw பண்ணிட்டாங்க Article 246ல. 246ல கொடுத்தத they have got withdrawn in Article 254. So withdraw பண்ணிட்டு they make a rule that central government is the only state can fix the tax slab and tax rates for every goods we have been using. Which is almost how much types of products you have been using in GST? How many types of products have been using in GST?
So that is at 7,71,000.
7 lakhs 70. So almost nearly it's 8 lakhs. So nearly 8 lakh goods we have been using in India. So HSN. So how many types of HSN are here?
Huh?
How many types of HSN are here in GST?
How many types of watch?
HSN. That
No
I
idea.
told you, no? அன்னைக்கே சொன்னேன் நான் உங்ககிட்ட. So what is the full form for HSN?
We didn't discuss actually.
We didn't discuss. Okay. Hey, சொன்னடா. So HSN stands for Harmonized System of Nomenclature, which is going to decide your business. Okay, which is what the goods you are going to use. நீ என்ன goods purchase பண்ண போறீங்க, sales பண்ண போறீங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு only the HSN will decide. So HSN plays a major role in your business activities. So what the goods you have to purchase? First thing is when you are going to register yourself as a GST registered dealer, you must give the goods, what the types of goods you are going to handle. So என்னென்ன goods நீங்க handle பண்ண போறீங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு you must beforely have the you must have that knowledge. So அந்த goods பண்ண போறேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு business பண்ண போறீங்க அப்படின்னா you might know that you are going to handle a specific goods. Specific goods into comma will be using a specific goods. In case if you are going to be a if you are going to open a two-wheeler showroom, so two-wheeler showroom use பண்ண போறீங்க அப்படின்னா அந்த two-wheeler கான HSN code. So what are the two-wheelers you are going to use? At the same time, what are the accessories you are going to purchase as well as you are going to make sales, and for services what are the things you are going to do. So the எல்லாமே you have to mention it. So HSN code plays a major role. So in every business activity, invoice பார்த்தீங்கன்னா you might know. In every invoices you have to just அன்னைக்கு invoice என்ன நான் பார்க்கணும்னு சொல்லியிருந்தேன் நான். What are the things you have to see in the invoice?
So the invoice number, invoice
Yes.
date, product,
Okay.
the tax rate,
Okay.
the buyer and seller address,
Hmm.
and the seller's GST number.
Okay. So we have to see the first thing you have to see is invoice date, then invoice number and mode of payment, then the address. If the both ends have the GST number, you have to see the GST number respectively, as well as then below that you have to know the description. So description means what the goods you are purchasing or what the goods you are going to sell. So அதை மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். Then next to that you have to mention the tax rate, and next to that you have to mention the HSN code. Then you have to give the taxable value. Then you have to spread the tax for that, and you have to create a total invoice value. At the end, you have to see the bank details, and last thing you have to see the signature, which is with authorized signatory or authorized signator. So anything, just ரெண்டு எதனா ஒன்று இருந்தாலும் just every invoice should be signed. Without signing an invoice. Yes.
இல்ல சார் அவன் ஓகேன்னு சொன்னான் சார், ஓகேன்னு தான் சார்.
Okay. So without signing an invoice. So invoice sign பண்ணாம நீங்க எந்த இதுவும் papers வந்து எந்த invoice வந்து it is not valid. Without signing invoice, no invoice will be getting valid. Okay.
ஓகே சார்.
Then in Article 2, what is central government gave two benefits for the state governments. In Article 254, they withdrawn that one benefits because of the reason. So என்ன ரீசன்காக அவங்க withdraw பண்ணிட்டாங்க?
Sir, not a uniform tax.
Yes, no uniform taxes has been practicing in these states. So central government withdrawn and they came into act that they are going to give the tax, which is they are going to tell us how much type of taxes we are going to pay. So in the goods kind of taxes we will decide, and you have to maintain that they are withdrawn and benefit. Then B, which is B than the 254 explain பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. Parliament has exclusive power to make laws with respect to goods and service tax where the supply of goods or of services or both takes place in course of interstate trade or e-commerce. So the parliament, so who's called as parliament? Parliament anna?
It's a place, it's a government discussion நடக்குது bill pass பண்றது அதனால
Yes. The parliament is a place where the government will form into authority and they make any changes. The central government has the power to change laws. So that's a parliament, which is parliament under the central government. So every state will have their parliament, but அதோட பவர்ஸ்ஃபுல்லை விட சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் has its more power. So they have the power. So parliament has exclusive power to make laws with respect to goods and service tax. If they any changes they need to change any laws, they can change. This central government வந்து change பண்ணிட்டு போயிடலாம். With this central government ஏன் change பண்ணாங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு யாரும் கேட்க முடியாது. So no one raise questions. So no one is liable to raise questions. So only state governments says they can ask the state governments whether they can change or not. So வேணா change பண்ணிக்கலாம் இல்லனா no. The central government they will get this from central government. From state government, central government will get some additional steps, which is அவங்ககிட்ட கேட்பாங்க whether we can change or not. அப்படின்ட்டு அவங்க வேண்டான்னு சொன்னா சேஞ்ச் பண்ணாமலாம் இருக்க மாட்டாங்க, they will change because they have decided. So they will get a consideration. So என்ன கன்சிடர் பண்ணிப்பாங்க தவிர பிகாஸ் அவங்க சொல்லி கேன்சல் பண்றது அந்த கான்செப்டே இருக்காது. ஓகே, ஸோ இதுதான் ஆர்டிகல் 246 and 254. ஸோ இதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம பார்க்க வேண்டிய ஆர்டிகல்ஸ் என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 246A, 248, 249, 50, 68, 69, 69A, 70, 71 and 79A. So almost 10 things. So we have 10 laws. Just we have to make 10 articles. நிறைய பார்க்க வேண்டியது இருக்கு. Okay, so in the ரெண்டு law, this whether you are clear in this article?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Other doubts?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
Yes, sir. Doubts, yes, sir.
Okay, let's note it down. No.
Noted down.
Sir, மொத்தமே 10 ஆர்டிகல் தான் இருக்கா சார்? சார்
Almost we have been using.
சார் மொத்தமே 10 ஆர்டிகல் தான் இருக்கா சார்?
69 ஆர்டிகல் இருக்கு மொத்தம்.
சார்
Totally 69 articles. Such as in the 12 தான் இப்போ this is major. This is currently we are running this 12th laws. So the laws articles எல்லாமே வந்து it was vanished. So இப்போதைக்கு கரண்டா இருக்கிற இந்த laws which is இந்த articles மட்டும் தான் it is standing here. So இதுக்கப்புறம் எதனா just next year or else இன்னொரு 6 monthக்கு அப்புறம் எதனா GST council ஃபார்ம் பண்ணி laws article சேஞ்ச் பண்ணாங்கன்னா I'll be adding here. So லாஸ்டா இருக்கிற articles லாஸ்டா ஃபார்ம் பண்ண GST councilோட ஃபைனல் ஆக்ட் இதுதான். அவங்க கிட்ட இருந்து வந்த லிஸ்டஸ் படி these are the articles we have been using now. சொல்றத சொல்ல வந்தா என்னடா சொல்ல வந்து அமைதியாயிட்டா? பேர் என்ன?
அபிஷேக் போரா சார்.
அபிஷேக். ஓகே. அபிஷேக் என்னாச்சு? ஏதோ சொல்ல வந்தா சைலண்ட் ஆயிட்டா?
சார்
ஏதோ கேட்க வந்தா தென் சைலண்ட்.
என்னாச்சு சார்?
ஏதோ கேட்க வந்தியடா, என்னடா?
இல்ல சார், நான் மொத்தமே 10 ஆர்டிகல் தான் கேட்டேன் சார், வேற ஒண்ணும் இல்ல.
இல்ல ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 16 ஆர்டிகல்.
அதான் சார் 10 ஆர்டிகல் தான் இருக்கான்னு கேட்க வந்தேன் சார். அது நீங்க டவுட் கிளியர் பண்ணிட்டீங்க சார்.
ஓகேடா. அவனுக்கு கொஞ்சம் லேட்டா போகுதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன், அதனால கொஞ்சம் டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணலாம். So okay, just have you noted it?
Yes, sir. Noted down, sir.
Everyone. Okay. So
Yes,
next thing. So what are they inserted? So major topics is Article 246. So மீதி இருக்க 16 hours, almost 16ல மீதி இருக்க vanished items சொன்னா. So articleன்றது we are going to add. So articleனா just already யூஸ் பண்ண articleல A B C ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு we can add it. But amendment பண்ணி change பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா the article will get vanished. So amendment means changes, article means addition. So insert பண்றாங்களா? So insert இருக்கு இன்னொரு நேம் என்ன? Insert இருக்கு எக்ஸாம்பிள் என்ன சொல்லலாம்?
Add பண்றது.
So insertன்றது add. We are going to add extra things in the article. So பழைய article we are going to add. So அதான் சொல்றாங்க. First thing is article 246A ல insert பண்ண என்னன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா overrides article 246. So article 246 ல இருந்து we are going to add a new thing. So overrides article 246. So article 246 என்ன benefit கொடுத்தாங்க ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு, சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட்?
Sir, tax rates set பண்ணிக்கிறது.
Yes, so second point பாருங்க. States can levy tax on goods and services. So central government gave benefits for the state governments, they can fix their own tax rates. இது article 246A ல. Then only parliament can levy tax on interstate supplies. So parliamentனா யாரு?
Central government.
Yes, for interstate ன்றது when you are making sales to the another state. So other state நம்ம சேல் பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா we are supposed to pay taxes to the central government as a IGST. We are supposed to pay taxes.
Yes,
When you
sir.
are making intrastate sale பண்றோம்னா we have to split the tax into two. go copy invoices ல. So when you are making intrastate sale, we are supposed to pay the tax. We have to split the tax into two as for central government and state governments. So central government பாதி state government பாதி you have to split equally. But when it comes to interstate, so interstate பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா other state க்கு sales பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா you have to pay taxes directly. So full amount away you are supposed to pay to the parliament. This goes central government. The central government நீங்க டைரக்டா tax pay பண்ணிருவீங்க. Okay, இது article 246A ல. Then article 269A. So parliament to levy IGST on interstate supply. So only parliament can levy. So levy na என்ன? What is called as levy?
Sir, கொஞ்சம் changes
Import,
அந்த மாதிரி.
அவங்க அது மேல impose பண்ண முடியும் சார்.
Yes, levy means imposing. So imposing a new thing. So government is imposing the IGST on interstate supplies. Then second thing on the import or export is a deemed interstate supply. So what is called as deemed?
It's not properly interstate supply, but it's truly interstate supplies.
Yes.
Assuming.
So it is an assumption. So this நம்ம import export பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா interstate ல import export பண்ண முடியுமா? Can we make an interstate
No,
sale
sir.
as an import export? So import
This
export என்ன
interstate
சொல்லுவாங்க?
only for international sir, from country to country.
Yes. When we are making interstate sales, import export பண்றோம்னா we are supposed to do to another country. So import means another country, export means this import or export will be done only at the end of, at least at the time of other countries. So இன்னொரு country நம்ம சேல் பண்றோம், purchase பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா மட்டும்தான் we are liable to pay. We are liable to do. ஆமா தானே? ஒன்லி at the time of import or export. நான் இன்னொரு கண்ட்ரிக்கு சேல் ஆஃப் பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா you are supposed to pay tax. ஸோ நீ இங்க இருந்து இம்போர்ட் பண்றீங்க, அந்த கண்ட்ரில இருந்து இங்க இந்தியாவுக்கு இம்போர்ட் பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா you have to pay tax for that country wise. ஸோ அந்த கண்ட்ரில என்ன டாக்ஸ் ரேட் இருக்கோ அதை பே பண்ண, as well as for India you have to pay the customs duty. We have to pay that, no? ஸோ அந்த கண்ட்ரில இருந்து நீங்க வாங்குறீங்க அப்படின்னா you are supposed to pay tax for that country, as well as you are going to pay tax for the customs duty. So இந்தியால இருக்கிற ஃபார்முக்கு you are supposed to pay customs act. பண்ணுவீங்களா மாட்டீங்க? You are supposed to pay or not?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Then next point, IGST distributed between center and state or UTGST. So article 254 ல government ஒரு benefit கொடுத்திருந்தாங்க that they are going to compensate the loss if any loss occurs. If any loss occurs, they are supposed to compensate it. பண்ணணுமா கூடாதா? சொல்லி they have to compensate the loss. Whether you have to compensate or not. So loss central government compensate பண்ணணுமா?
Only by state government losses na compensate பண்ணுவாங்க.
Yes, whether if any loss occurs, they have to compensate. So அதை எப்படி compensate பண்றான்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா for IGST purposes is when you are making a IGST sales, for interstate sale நீங்க பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா the tax will directly go for the IGST. So அதுல இருந்து they are going to split it. So எந்த ஸ்டேட் கம்மியா இருக்கோ they are going to split the tax and they are going to give it to us. Okay, then the last point will be parliament to determine place and time of supply. So for what reason government is telling us to specify the place and time of supply? என்ன பர்பஸ்க்காக பண்ண சொல்றாங்க தெரியுமா? So for what purposes?
Don't know, sir.
Which is a simple concept. Or goods from Delhi to Chennai வருது அப்படின்னா it might take almost around 10 to 7 days by road. By road கொண்டு வராங்க அப்படின்னா around takes maximum it takes 10 to 7 days. 7 to 10 days ஆகும் by road கொண்டு வராங்க அப்படின்னா. Okay, so in case எது natural disaster ஆகுது, if any natural disaster starts occurs, so Delhi இருந்து கிளம்பி just by road கொண்டு வந்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. So தெலுங்கானாவும் ஆந்திராவில் something natural disaster ஏதோ ஆக்சிடென்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு அப்படின்னா just with the help of the invoice they might know goods எங்க இருந்து வந்திருக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு they can easily find it out. So எப்போ கிளம்பி இருக்கு எங்க இருந்து எங்க போகுது, so the buyer and seller number will be there and they are going to contact them. ஸோ என்ன கூட்ஸ் போகுது என்ன பர்பஸ்க்காக போகுதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு they are going to choose it. ஸோ அதனால தான் சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் இஸ் டெல்லிங் us to determine the place and time of supply. ஸோ எந்த கூட்ஸ் எங்கேருந்து போகுதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு கவர்மெண்ட் has to know everything, each and everything. Okay, so Parliament to determine place and time of supply. Parliament is telling us, imposing us, or else they're telling us to give the details of place and time and place of supply. Because for this addition, so the reason, major reason will be this. So the ஒரே reason-க்காக மட்டும்தான் they are telling us to do it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then Article 279A inserted la pathina, a federal body constituted by president. Who is the president here? The president here.
Ramnath.
Yes, first citizen of India. So the first citizen will be just a federal body constitution president on 15th September 2016. So each and every, so president irukanga, he must know about the tax laws and GST. So if anything changes, changes நடக்க போகுது, or else if ரொம்ப just government is facing critical issues, they can't handle the GST. They are just ஏதோ issues போயிட்டு இருக்கு. So everyone is doing many steps. நிறைய பேர் நிறைய விதமா சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா, the federal body has to form. So president has to form a federal body. So he has to know about it. This is what the issues they are facing it. So issues face பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் they are going to clear it. So they have to clear it. Amadana as president has the power to do anything.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So he has to, he can form a federal body, which is he can form a assembly. So assembly form, but every state should be there. So last state persons are here, and then they have to do it. Okay. Then, who is the Union Finance Minister in India? So India Union Finance Minister, yaar.
Sita.
Yes,
Nirmala Sitharaman.
she is the Union Finance Minister of India. ஃபெடரல் பாடி ஃபார்ம் பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா அதுல யாரா இருக்கணும்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா யூனியன் ஃபினான்ஸ் மினிஸ்டர், தென் யூனியன் மினிஸ்ட்ரி ஆஃப் ஸ்டேட் பிளஸ் ஸ்டேட் ஃபினான்ஸ் மினிஸ்டர். ஸோ நம்மளோட ஸ்டேட் ஃபினான்ஸ் மினிஸ்டர் யாரு? Who is the state finance minister of Chennai?
The Palanivel Thiagarajan.
Yes, Palanivel Thiagarajan. He is the finance minister for Chennai. So every
Sir,
state.
Chennai or Tamil Nadu, sir?
Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
Yes, yes. So each and every when a federal body is forming, so a federal body form பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா the president should be there, as well as the union finance minister and every state ministers, as well as state finance ministers. Each and every state should have its own finance ministers. Okay. In case the finance minister can't attend the federal body meeting, he can appoint a proxy. So proxy வந்து யாரை அப்பாயிண்ட் பண்ணலாம்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா every just யாரா ஒருத்தர் ஏதோ ஒரு மினிஸ்டர்ஸ். So it can be revenue minister or else education minister, யாரா வேணாலும் இருக்கலாம். So only the ministers can attend it. So proxy வந்து just if Palanivel Thiagarajan can't attend, so அவரால் அட்டென்ட் பண்ண முடியல அப்படின்னா he can change. So அவருக்கு பதிலா வேற யாருன்னா வரலாம். Which is he can appoint a proxy, like proxy. Okay. Then weightage enna? What is called as weightage?
டிசிஷன் எடுக்கிறது இப்போ வந்து ஒரு எடுக்கிறாங்கன்னா மெயின் வெயிட்டேஜ் வந்து இவங்க வந்தாதான் எடுக்க முடியலாம் எடுக்க முடியும்.
Yes. So weightage consists of whether government is forming, this government or a rule form பண்ண போறாங்க, அதை அக்செப்ட் பண்ணனும் அப்படின்னா each and every state should have its own weightage. So in case union சொல்லிட்டு அக்செப்ட் பண்றாங்க, யூனியன் ஃபினான்ஸ் மினிஸ்டர்ஸ் சொல்லி அக்செப்ட் பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா 1/3 of weightage should be there. இதே ஸ்டேட்ஸ் போயிட்டு அப்ரூவ் வாங்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா 2/3 of the weightage and decisions by the 3/4 at least. So union வந்து 1 of 3 and for states 2 of 3. Okay. Then decision by 3 or 4 at least. Then the last point will be all powered body to recommend on numerous issues. So each and every state has the power to recommend for issues. So நிறைய issues போயிட்டு இருக்கு அப்படின்னா each and every state has its own power. So they can tell us, since they can impose the central government to change the law. So the federal body committee form பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா they must know, just they can able to speak everything. So வேண்டதை சொல்லிட்டு they can able to clear it. Okay. Okay. Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Just note it down, no?
Noted down, sir.
Everyone? Others? What about others?
Done, sir.
Okay. So வேற doubts இருக்கா செஷன்ல நீங்க எடுத்த வரைக்கும்?
இல்ல sir.
Sir.
Everyone is pretty clear here. Clear இருக்கீங்களா?
Yes, sir.
Okay. அப்ப சும்மா questions ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாமா?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Basic queries. Okay. ஒரு ஸ்கிரீன் மட்டும் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிடுறேன். Okay. What is the major income in direct tax for the government?
So direct tax, corporate tax, firms and stuff.
Income tax and corporation tax are the main sources. So income tax and corporation tax are the main sources of direct taxes. Okay. Then, so can anyone explain about the direct tax and indirect tax? So direct tax and indirect tax. So direct tax.
So direct tax are directly levied on people. So they are basically collected from the people's firms or estates.
Okay.
But indirect tax are collected through the service provider or the consumer, so who's the producer.
So indirect tax are based on goods and services, sir.
Yes. This we can pay through we can only pay through the intermediators.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where?
So direct tax is to be paid only when the income or benefit is realized,
Yes.
and indirect tax is to paid even before the goods are received by the consumer.
Okay, fine.
So, direct taxes levied and payable by the same person.
Yes.
Indirect taxes levied and payable by different persons.
Okay, good. Okay, next question.
So individual firms, HUF and companies pay direct taxes, and
Okay.
indirect taxes are paid by end consumers.
Okay, good. So state back taxes, when the state back tax has been formed?
1956.
1956.
56.
Yes. Okay. Under central excise, which government can collect the tax authority?
States, sir.
Hey.
Central government, sir.
Central, sir.
For central excise, central
Service
government.
tax, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
sir.
Okay, good. Then Customs Act, which
Central council, central government, sir.
1962, sir.
Yes, good. For which reason they have introduced tax?
Export, sir.
Import and export, sir.
Yes, good. So what are the benefits in Article 254 government has been using? 254.
So the central government will decide all the tax rates.
Okay.
The states won't be allowed to allot the taxes for each state.
Yes, good. So only the state government, only the central government has the power to do the fix the tax rates for each and every goods.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So can anyone say about Article 269A inserted?
Sir?
Article 269A inserted.
Sir, 269A was instituted for the parliament. It's only levied by the parliament, sir.
Okay.
It's just for the IGST, sir. It's like for the interstate, sir. இப்போ ஒரு ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு இன்டர்ஸ்டேட் கார் தான் IGST காஸ்ட் பண்றது, sir.
Okay.
After that, I don't remember, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay, fine. So it's also used for import and export. It's
Yes,
to get
sir.
deemed. Then Parliament determine time and place of supply. For what reason they are telling us to determine the time and place of supply?
to know when happened and how it happens, like what mode of it happens, so you can price it out.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Then Article 270 NA.
So federal body constituted by the president, sir.
Okay. So what is it they're going to form?
For the recommendation of the rechange of law, the new law for financial laws.
So in case any problems arise, the federal body has to form and they have to clear it. Otherwise, they can add a new thing. So just push an add panna or they can close it. Okay. So up to this, you are pretty clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. So good to know about this. Then attendance யார் எடுக்க போறீங்க? Same
Nana sir,
Lakshit.
Lakshit sir.
Okay. You are the rep, no?
Sir, actually, Lakshit is the